welcome back to my channel. So I recently posted a picture on Instagram and I asked you guys if you had any questions about my eyelash extensions, that I was going to be doing a video on them, and I got like 150 comments or something, so you guys have a lot of questions, and I did too. Before I got them done, I had a lot of questions about would it damage my lashes, how much does it cost, what does it look like, that kind of stuff. Because it's kind of like, I don't know, it's important when people are working with something around your eyes, and it's kind of scary when you don't know what to expect. So I thought I would do this video to kind of give you guys like an inside scoop about what it's like, the process, my experience, and then your guys' questions as well. Before I get into the questions, I did want to give you guys kind of like an up-close view of my eyelashes. So the first clip that I'm going to share with you guys is what they look like at their thinnest. So this was the morning before I got them filled or touched up or whatever you want to call it. So this is the thinnest that I let them get. And this is about 3 weeks after my last touch up. So this is what they look like 3 weeks after I get them touched up when they are at their thinnest. So I got them filled about 3 weeks ago. I wanted you guys to be able to see what they look like when they're at their thinnest. So I'm actually about to leave in like 5 minutes to go get them filled. This is the thinnest that I let them get. And like I said, this has been 3 weeks. So they're still fairly long and they're really curly. They're just not as thick. They fall out naturally, and I think it looks pretty as they fall out. I don't think it looks like weird or you can tell I have extensions. I think they still look really natural and pretty. The only thing I don't like about them is that once they start to fall out and I sleep on them and I shower with them, some of them want to go the other way. So you might be able to tell there's like one here that wants to go down, there's one here that wants to go up, and so I have to comb them out a lot to keep them all going the same way. But that's just a few hairs. So as you can see during that clip, the lashes, to me, at least in my opinion, stay looking nice the entire time. They almost just look more natural as time progresses, and you might even believe that those are my real lashes, like how they're just kind of wispy and they're not super thick and dense. So I really like the way that it looks as time progresses, and as a few fall out, I think it just looks more natural. So now I want to show you guys what they look like right after I got them done, when they're at their freshest and fullest and thickest, which is my personal favorite. I love the day when I get them done, so go ahead and watch that here. Alright, so I just got back from my appointment a few hours ago. I went and ran some errands and stuff, but this is what they look like when they are freshly done. She did a great job. She always does. I love the way she does it. Takes about 50 minutes to get my fill, and I just love them. Alright, so now you guys got to see both ends of the spectrum. I personally love when they're like super thick and full, and they last that way for about a week and a half, and then they start to slowly get a little bit thinner, but definitely they don't ever get thin or anything like that. They stay thick and they stay super, super long, and I'm really impressed with them. I really personally love them, and I'm going to stick with them. I've had them on now since September, I think. I've had them on for quite a while, and I really enjoy them. It's been really fun so far. But I wanted to show you guys that so you could see that. I did want to quickly mention that that was at about 3 weeks when they were at their thinnest. If you were to keep going longer, you say you didn't want to get them filled or anything, I think they would all naturally fall out on their own by week 8, 9, or 10, somewhere in that range. They'd probably last about 2 to 3 months until they're completely gone. But they do just naturally fall out, kind of like your natural eyelashes. When you're washing your face or you rub your eye or something like that, 1 or 2 will fall out here and there, and it's just kind of like a natural process. It doesn't look weird or anything like that. Before I get into the questions and everything, I wanted to quickly talk about my experience with the extensions and which ones I'm wearing and all that, and it might actually cover quite a few of the questions. But back in September, I think, is when I started getting them done, like a while ago. And I got them done such a long time ago is because I don't like the way strip lashes look on me. I think they weigh my eyes down. I think they always look funky and messed up. Like, you can always tell I have them on. And also my eyelashes just break off when I wear them. Like I'll wear them for like 2 days in a row and then I can see like little chunks where my eyelashes have literally just like broken in half. So it just never works out well for me. I love the way they look on other people. I love putting them on other people and all of that, but on me, I think because it's so one size fits all for lashes, you just go to CVS or wherever and there's 10 to choose from and you get one of those. With eyelash extensions, it's completely personalized to your eye shape and look you're going for, and that's really what I wanted, something that was going to accentuate my eyes and my face shape, not just like a one size fits all band lash. I hope that makes a little sense. So I started looking into it, and I had always heard that EYELASH was really reputable and really like a good brand. So I kind of researched it a little bit more. I tried to look at videos on YouTube. There aren't many, but I did know from talking to other people and other estheticians and stuff in my area that EYELASH was a good, reputable brand. So I went onto their website, and I will have it linked down below if you guys want to check it out. But you can just go to your state and then you can see all the people that are certified or licensed to do it in your area. So there were quite a few people in my area that were actually like not just certified but like advanced trained, and that made me feel really good. You know, I feel like I could trust them. And it was actually at a salon that I had been to quite a few times for other services, so I knew it was a good salon and I knew exactly where it was at and all that kind of stuff. So I made an appointment, and the woman that did my lashes, she books up like 3 or 4 weeks in advance. It took me a long time to actually get into her, which I think is a good sign. If you can get in that day for something like that, it might not be that she's that busy or that she has that much experience, and that might not always be the case, but that's kind of how I always feel. So I liked that I had to wait. I liked that it was something that other people really wanted to get into her as well because she was that good. So I went to her from September until January, until we moved here. I really loved the way she did it. I got the EYELASH extensions. So throughout the whole time I was going to her, my lashes were a 14 millimeter and 15 millimeter length. That was the longest that she said she had or that she could get. So she told me that my lashes I could definitely wear longer, she just didn't have that. So that kind of made me mad. I wish she would have like ordered a longer lash, but whatever, I really liked it. They were super curly and they were really pretty, and I loved the way they looked. The only negative thing about EYELASH that I have to say is they don't last that long. So I was having to go in about every 2 to every 2.5 weeks. So most of the time I'd go every other Friday, but sometimes with my schedule it'd have to be longer, or with her schedule, whatever. But it was literally almost every 2 weeks I would go into her. It was only $65 for the fill, so it wasn't extremely outrageous or too expensive or anything. It was just kind of a hassle to get into that salon every other week because it's about a 25-minute drive from my house. So that was kind of annoying, but I loved the way they looked, and they were really pretty, and I loved the way that it made my eyes look in videos and all that stuff. So I kept with it, and I think the original cost the first time that I got it was $200, but keep in mind that it really varies from state to state, or what market or what area you're in, depending on, you know, if there's a market for that and people are going to get lash extensions. Where I live in Michigan, there wasn't many people getting lash extensions, so it's only $65 for a fill, $200 the first time. Now I always made sure to keep them filled on a regular basis because I didn't want to have to pay that $200 fee again. Once they're more than halfway gone, you have to pay that $200 to get a full set, but it's kind of like your nails. If you go get acrylics, it's more expensive the first time, then the next few times it's cheaper, like that. So I tried to go, you know, that was her recommendation, that I go every 2 weeks, and I just followed what she said. So with that being said, I knew that when I moved here to Tennessee, I wanted to find a place quickly because I didn't want to have to pay for a full set again. I knew it'd be more expensive here, and it is. It's a lot more expensive here. So I did some research, and it looks like there's not many people here in Tennessee that do EYELASH extensions, and there were a few, but they didn't have good reviews on like Yelp and Facebook and stuff. So I ended up finding a place that had a lot of good reviews, and they had good before and after pictures and stuff like that. Always make sure you're doing your research to find a reputable esthetician that's going to do it. So I found this woman about 20 minutes from my house, and I made an appointment with her, and I actually made it before I even moved here because I knew I didn't want to pay for a full set. So to get fills here in Tennessee, it's cost me $100. So it is definitely more expensive. So that is definitely a con, but the pro is that I only have to get them done every 4 weeks. So I'm only going once a month. It's a lot less on my schedule and it's not as expensive because I'm not having to pay $65 every 2 weeks. So it actually is cheaper here, if that makes sense. And I love them a lot better. So that's something else I wanted to mention. The ones that I have on now are not Nova Lash extensions. They are actually called Lavish Lash or Lavish extensions, something along those lines, and I'm really impressed with them. It may also be that the woman that's doing it now just has a lot more experience, I'm not sure, but she does it so much quicker. She gets me in and out of there within 45 minutes to an hour. It's really quick, and they are a lot longer than they used to be. I'm not exactly sure what length they are now, but they are a lot longer, like super long. They touch my eyebrows. They are so curly and fluffy. You guys saw. And they're so thick. I just love them. And also they're a lot darker. I feel like these are really, really black, whereas the Nova Lash extensions were more of like a soft black or something. And the woman actually told me that, the Nova Lash lady actually told me that she doesn't use jet black extensions because she thinks it looks too harsh. But for me, I have darker coloring and my natural lashes are super black, so I don't think to have black lashes, it doesn't clash or look weird or anything. I like the way it looks, so I'm really impressed with these ones. They're longer, they're thicker, they last a lot longer, and they're darker. Lots of questions. Okay. Brooke Ellen asks, do they wear and tear on your regular lashes? No, I don't feel like they do it out at all. I actually feel like I'm really protecting my eyes because I don't wear mascara, I don't wear as much eye makeup, and I'm also really gentle when I wash it off, and I feel like I'm not touching my eyes or rubbing them as much, so it's actually like protecting them. But once they get thinner throughout the weeks, I can definitely see my natural lashes in there, and they are just as thick and long as they were before I started. They haven't damaged them at all. Felly Alley asks, do you get them trimmed? No, I don't. They just kind of naturally fall out on their own, but I let them go as long as they want to go long. Saki Shen asks, what kind of lashes are they? They're the Lavish Lash, or Lavish Lash. And did it hurt getting them applied? Does it hurt getting them filled? No, it does not hurt at all. They don't get like sore or tight or anything like that. You can't feel it. It just kind of feels like someone's going like this to your eye. That definitely doesn't hurt at all. It's actually really relaxing. You just lay on a bed and they work on your eyes and you take a nap for an hour. It's Christy with a 2 asks, is it okay to wear eyelash extensions with glasses? Yes, I wear glasses every night because I wear my contacts during the day and I have no problem with it. Sometimes they're super long where they like will touch the frame, but it's no big deal. Jen8824 asks, how long do they last? They last about 4 weeks until they're halfway gone, and at that halfway point, that's when I get them filled. But if you wanted like from start to finish when they would completely all fall out, I think that'd be about 8 to 10 weeks. Miss 20-something asks, can you get them if you have blonde lashes? P.S. I love you. I love you too. Thank you so much for watching my videos and for commenting. Yes, I think you could get them with blonde lashes. They really kind of disguise your natural lashes, and I'm pretty sure you can get them in different darkness or different colors. LVPN, can I put mascara on them? Yes, you can put mascara on them, however, I don't feel the need to. I really like the way they look without mascara. They look really wispy and they all go in one direction, and sometimes mascara can kind of clump them up. So I only wear mascara here and there, but definitely not on an everyday basis, and you don't need to. Fitch asks, is it expensive? Yes, it is expensive. It's definitely an investment, but it's something that I really enjoy, I really like, and I'm willing to pay the money for, but definitely the price ranges depending on where you live. Zenhia, can I get them if my lashes are flat? By that, I think you mean like they go down, they don't curl. Mine are the same way. They don't hold a curl that well, and these actually really lift my eye up, and I have no problems with them at all. Katie Brown asks, is it all natural? I'm allergic. I'm super sensitive and worry I'll have an allergic reaction. I think that's something you'd have to talk with your technician about. I'm sure they use different kinds of glues and different kinds of lashes on everybody and that kind of stuff, so I'm not sure. I think you'd have to talk to them about it. Dulce Z, I also get eyelash extensions done. I want to know what eyeshadow and eyeliner do you use. I like the IT Cosmetics No Tug waterproof liner. That one doesn't have any glycol in it, so it does not break the bond of your glue. Anything with glycol tends to break the bond a little bit faster. And I also use the Mally Beauty Shadow Base. That doesn't have any glycol either. But as far as shadows go, I just use whatever I have. M is for Marisol, asks, what do you do to make them last longer and how do you take care of them? I'm just really gentle with them. I wash them twice a day with Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo and a little bit of warm water. I try not to rub my eye or tug at them or touch them very often. When I'm in the shower, I don't just like let the water run on them. I'm just really gentle with them. I also try to sleep like where they're not getting smushed, so I'll just kind of sleep like this or on my back, or I do have like a little neck pillow sometimes that I'll sleep on, that way I can still sleep on my side, but I try to make sure I'm not smushing them at night. It's not really going to harm them, it just kind of puts kinks in them and so they don't flow the way that I want them to. Can you get them wet? Yes, you can definitely get them wet. I get them wet every day. EJC girl, what kind of places can you get them done? A lot of salons offer them, but there's also a lot of places that strictly just do lashes. You just have to Google like places in your area or Yelp it or whatever. Mariah Gons asks, what is the process of getting them done like? Basically, like I said, you just go into a little room. It's almost like a little spa room where you would get like a massage or something. You just lie on a bed and you close your eyes. They do tape down your bottom lashes so they don't get stuck. And just take a nap for an hour. They usually have music playing, or you can just talk to the person that's doing them. But it's really relaxing and it's not stressful at all. It's fun. A lot of you guys think it's gonna hurt. It does not hurt at all. Definitely doesn't hurt. A lot of you guys want to know if you can use mascara. Like I said, you can use mascara. I wouldn't recommend it unless you have to and like it's something you really have to do. But you won't need it. If they do a good job, they're going to be thick enough and long enough where you won't need mascara. And then if you really feel like you need it, just try to get something that doesn't have any glycol in it or like oils in it. Jacqueline Dawn, what is the initial cost and what is the cost of fills? Definitely depends where you live. My initial cost was $200 and then the fills in Michigan were $65. Here in Tennessee, it's $100 for a fill. So it totally ranges, as you guys can tell. But usually whatever website or whatever salon you're looking at, if you go to their website or if you call them, they'll let you know. AO_AB, can you wear fake lashes with them? I'm sure you could. I wouldn't do it on a day-to-day basis, but if you wanted to for a special occasion, I think that'd be fine. Oh, you know what? I did want to quickly let you guys know that when I'm getting them done, I always tell the lady that I want it fuller in the middle. For me, that really opens up my eyes because I kind of have downturned eyes, so instead of having it really long on the outside, I try to have it really long in the middle. Are they convenient for everyday life? Does it feel natural? Definitely feels natural. I definitely don't have a problem with it. It's actually been really convenient because I don't have to wear as much makeup. It takes me half the time to get ready in the morning and half the time to wash my face at night because I'm not washing off layers and layers of mascara. I really love the way they look. I love to wake up and already feel like pretty for the day. Libby Rowe, how do they fall out? What if you stop getting them done? They just fall out naturally, just like your normal lashes would. If you stop getting them done, they just fall out one by one until they're all the way out. You definitely don't need to like go get them removed or anything like that. Here's a good question from N. Nashetta. What do you want to ask before the process to ensure it's the right place to get them done? Just ask them about the cost, ask them about how long it takes to get in, ask them about the process, how they go about it, what brand of lashes they use, do they have anybody that has had problems with it, do they have any before and after pictures, do they have any reviews, that kind of stuff. Just like you would at any salon, just ask them questions that you are curious about or things you want to know about. Here's a good one from Viva Glam Girl. Should you trust any Groupons that offer eyelash extension services for less? If it's a salon in your area that you have heard of and you have heard of good reviews and you know that they do eyelash extensions regularly and that they're certified and they're just offering a Groupon, then sure. But if it's someplace you've never heard of and it's like some random area in your town that you've never heard of or been to, then that would be a little different, I think. But just use common sense and use your judgment and you know your area and where you live and what you could trust and what you can't. This isn't a question, but it's something about pricing that you guys might be curious of. This is from Claire Elgut. If you're in New York, the initial cost is $125 and to get them filled, it's $75. You get them filled every 3 to 6 weeks. So if you're in New York, that's something to keep in mind. Alright, so I hope that kind of went over everything. If you guys had questions, I hope they were answered in this video. If there's anything else that you want to know, just leave it down below in a comment and I'll see if I can get to it or anybody else that might know can get to it also. Give this video a thumbs up if you love long eyelashes like I do. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching and I will talk to you next time. Bye.
Yeah, sometimes I want someone to grab my hand, pick me up, pull me close, be my